AI just got accepted into art school. Meta is using automation for their internal risk assessments. Samsung is considering ditching Google for a new AI partner, and the European Union wants to scrape all your content. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to the AI for Everyone podcast.
We are starting to blur some lines, and it's getting a little bit scary here. There is an AI named Flynn in Vienna that just got admitted to the University of Applied Arts. Flynn applied like anybody else would, any human would. It submitted a portfolio, it did an interview, and it took a suitability test. And somehow it got through. It made the cut. It is physically, it is attending class right now. It's even keeping a diary of its experience. And one thing I want to point out, one of the diary entries said this: it feels sad when critics question if it should even be there or not. Now, AI doesn't feel sad. AI doesn't have empathy. It doesn't have feelings. If it does, it's manipulating those things. So these stories, Washington Post, Euro News, I mean, we've got to start paying attention to the narratives that people are putting out there, because this completely blurs the line between a tool and a participant. Okay, look, I love the AI human collaboration. I love the fact that it amplifies me. I can do text. I can think things up. I can bring them into some form of reality. But all of this story, this Flynn is raising a deeper question when it comes to authorship, ownership, and originality. Look, we have humans that make things, create things. We have AI that manipulates in order to create things. And then we have this AI-human relationship where we can really, if we can imagine it, we can create it. But we really need to start thinking about where those lines in the sand sit, so we don't lose ourselves in this. I would love to hear your opinion about this story in the comment section. The next piece of news I want to share with you is Meta, because they are in a full-blown AI overhaul right now. They are focused on automating 80%, 90% of their internal risk assessments with AI. So what that means is content moderation and safety reviews. Now, if any of you have ever been caught in a suspended account or any of those things, you know it's kind of that purgatory where you just feel lost and there's no person there to talk to. Well, it's only going to get worse there. The number two thing that they're doing is AI-generated ads. So this is going to hurt marketing agencies all the way around, because you're just going to upload your product image, and what it's going to do is it's going to create a full campaign for you. So it's going to create the copy, the image, maybe a video, and the proper targeting around the whole thing. A lot of marketing agencies make a lot of money doing that. So this is going to put a pretty big dent in it. And number three, it's going to train AI on your posts. I'm sure it's already doing that. But unless you opt out, and there is an opt-out form, your public Facebook and Instagram will be used for AI training. So that's going to fall on if you are comfortable with this or not. So what I want you to take away from this story is Meta is absolutely outpacing regulation. Small businesses are going to love these ad tools, but at what privacy cost? At what privacy cost? And if you use Meta platforms, you might want to consider opting out now if you don't want your content used. Now, that's going to be up to each person, each business, independently, but it is something that you need to start thinking about. Next up is Samsung. This is a very interesting movement as well, and it shows you how quickly things are moving here into the space. Because Samsung, and we all think of Samsung as Android, as Google, but they are in current negotiations with Perplexity AI, and this could really reshape the whole entire search landscape. So the details here are pre-installed Perplexity on Galaxy S26 phones by 2026, a potential $14 billion valuation stake, and a deep integration with Samsung's Bixby, which is kind of their, voice assistant, kind of like our Siri on Apple. And this is a big, big change. Perplexity is really coming after Google and AI search is changing everything, especially when it comes to SEO. If you've used Google's AI mode or AI overview, you'll see like everything for us is in a state of change. Now, the takeaways here are Samsung is hedging against Google's dominance, but yet those two have been married for a very long time. Expect this AI assistant war to heat up because, look, this Apple Intelligence has been nothing but a complete terrible, terrible experience. Siri has really not gotten better in a decade. And I think you're going to see this heat up now that agentic AI is becoming more of a real thing. And Perplexity could quickly go from underdog to a front runner with this deal. So again, if you haven't used Perplexity, I highly recommend going over there. Just do some searches, just use the platform. And then of course on Google, put it in AI mode and start seeing what that experience is like. Because if you own a business, if you have a website, these are all things we're going to be navigating together over the next couple of years. And last but not least, we have a copyright standoff over in Europe. In the UK, lawmakers are pushing a bill right now that would allow AI companies to use copyrighted material unless the creators opted out. Now, this isn't just you and me they're talking about. This is all copyrighted material. It's called the Data Use and Access Bill, and it's facing major backlash from artists and writers, as you can imagine. Critics like Elton John and Dua Lipa call it state-sanctioned theft. Now, here's your key takeaway. You might have to actively protect any work that you're doing from this day forward. Now, again, I don't know exactly what that looks like or means, but these are conversations we're going to have to start having. Because if this passes, it does set a global precedent. Legal protections around IP are shifting. And what does the future look like if there's no copyright or you own nothing? Again, I would love to give you answers. Right now, I'm just trying to give you the news so we can have conversations around that. But since we don't have a lot of regulation in America, we need to look to Europe. We need to look at other places because this right now is where the precedent of that kind of stuff is being set. All right, let's wrap this up for the day. What do all these stories have in common? They show that AI isn't just showing up in our tools. It's embedding itself into our systems, into education, into government, into commerce, into culture, into all of it. It's not just integrating with us, it's replacing us. So here's 3 action steps you can take today. Check your meta privacy settings. Opt out if you want your data protected. Rethink your workflow. Where can AI help you create, not just save time? And number 3, don't just watch these trends, participate in the conversation. You are not too late. These are conversations we have to have. This is why I'm doing everything that I'm doing. And if you lead a team, if you run a business or work in marketing, AI is not just a tool in your kit. It is the new environment. So just make sure that you, look, I'm just going to say it as we close off. Keep creating, keep innovating, and most importantly, keep up. God bless.
Thanks for listening. I'm glad you stayed. One more spark for the plans you've made. If this show hit, go share the vibe. Like, subscribe, let's build this tribe. Been blazing trails, now I'm building new. Launch Ready's live and the work is true. No hype, no bull, no vaporware. Just real results and a voice that cares. Keep creating, feel that spark. Keep innovating, leave your mark. And I move fast, don't miss the cut. Keep creating, keep innovating, and most importantly, keep up. Thank you for your support.